Hi everybody. So usually what happens when Israel engages in a defensive war in the Middle East, it spills over into issues of hate crimes that occur towards Jewish people in the diaspora. And there's a lot of concern right now at the moment. Jewish people are feeling concerned both in Israel and around the world about a spike in anti-Jewish attacks and incidents. But I'm here to offer a bit of hope and spread some light to what many people feel is sort of a descending cloud of darkness. I'm not sure I see it that way, because a few days ago someone stopped me in the streets and they say, "Hey mate, are you Jewish?" And I mean, they could see I was wearing kippah, so this person was probably in his late 20s. He was likely a young Muslim, and I said, "Yeah, I am Jewish. How can I help?" And he said, "What do you make of what's going on in Palestine?" I said, "How long have you got?" And he said, "I said, what do you want to know?" He said, "Well, Jews and Zionists, they're not really the same thing, are they?" And I said, "Well, I mean, the truth is that the Jewish people's holy book, the Torah, is full of connections between the Jewish people and the land of Israel. It's really the story of them going to the land of Israel, and it's the land which God gives to them." And he said, "Right, but what do you think about what's going on right now? Didn't the Jews take the land?" And I gave a very short, 2 minute crash course in Zionist history, Israel's history, and just said how, there used to be a state in Israel, a Jewish state, 2,000 years ago. The Romans came along, scattered the Jews all over the world, and renamed the land Palestine. And, after 2,000 years of exile and persecution, culminating in a Holocaust, the United Nations agreed that they would transfer the land from the British to create a Jewish and an Arab state, and the Jewish people accepted it, and the Arabs rejected it. And again, just emphasise that deep religious connection to the land, and was unashamedly clear that we believe this is a land that God has given to us. We might have chosen other lands with more natural resources than Israel, but this is the one he gave to us, and this is the one that we've had a 3,000-year connection to. And he then said, right, okay, well, thank you very much. And his whole tone changed. And, I was not at all aggressive throughout the discussion. I was just clear in my position, and in the Judaism's position, and the position of many Jewish people. And having a calm, collected dialogue actually led to a positive outcome. So my view is that sometimes I think the world is hungry for clarity, and Jews who are not necessarily aggressive, unless of course you're being confronted by something, but having self-respect and clarity about who we are and our connection to the land of Israel, whilst also always absolutely wanting to find peaceful resolutions to the conflict. And this is just a message of hope that if you give sanity, people will listen, because we live in a world that's yearning for clarity and sanity, and frankly, I think is ready for a Jewish voice that can give clarity to a world that is so lacking in clarity and moral clarity. So a message of hope, message of encouragement for people to be proud about being Jewish, about our connection to the land of Israel. Be proud, be a happy warrior, because I think people are willing and open to hear clarity.